Okay, so, well, I was going to say it's all back together on the front end now, apart from a couple of bolts on the bumper that side, but one thing I didn't do, and I've not done any videos on this, for the past 2 days I've had a bit of an issue where the engine wouldn't start, and I was getting a cam and crank position, cam and crank synchronization fail, which means that the cam shaft and the crankshaft are not in the same alignment, if that makes sense. On the engines, once every so many revolutions, the cam and the crank will line up to the same mark, if that makes sense. And well, that's all that the cam position sensor is for on this, which is just up there. And this little plug just here, if you can see it, it's right in the back there, look. It's there somewhere. It's just here. That little guy, the only thing that does is, as you're cranking it, it just makes sure that the cam belt hasn't snapped, basically, and doesn't fire diesel in the cylinders. If you get a cam and crank position sensor that's not synchronized, it just basically means that the engine won't run. It won't fire the injectors off. So where do I start with this? So as most of you know, the clutch, I was a bit concerned about the clutch because the flywheel, because it was slightly different to the old one. It was thicker. Turns out the thickness didn't matter, but what did matter was the diameter of it. Now the diameter was the same, or so I thought. But the I'll show you on the old one. These lobes, which are the timing marks for the crank position sensor, they are taller. They are as tall as the teeth are on the starting ring gear. Now you can't tell, but well, you can if I duck down and show you, but I'll zoom in a bit there. You can see that they're physically a different size. Well, I didn't think to check that, did I? And things like this happened to my brand new crank position sensor. Damn it. So what does that say? Well, I fixed it because I just packed that out with washers, so it's now set out the block a little, well, out of the bell housing a little bit. But now it runs. It does start and run, which is nice. So, yeah. Whew. Crisis averted. I've not got to take apart the bell housing and gearbox again, and it looks like the clutch is actually working, which is fantastic. It is fantastic, that is. I've got a few things on there. I've got the diagnostics hooked up to it at the moment, and it's just doing some stuff. But yeah, pretty happy. Okay, so I had a friend come around, so yeah, I had to cut the video short. Anyway, let's give it a start, shall we? Let's see what it sounds like. Battery, ignition, what should I say? Solenoid open, not really ignition on this thing. Wait for the car to go by. Oh yeah, central locking on the doors. I've also enabled that now. Well, started it up. Okay, let's go. And there we have it. Oh, that's nice. Makes all the right noises. Excellent. Now all I've got to do is put the wheels on. I've put the wheels on. Oh. Okay. I've got to get it off the axle stands, but there's a couple of things I'm going to do before I do that. And that is paint the rest of the subframe. Let's turn it off. No exhaust on it at the moment, even though it's not very loud, but there's no exhaust at the moment on the thing. Well, there is, it's no back box on it. Paint the subframe, which is what I need to do. I'll do that tomorrow. Wire brush it down a bit. I've already painted the top of it, now I've just got to do the bottom. And what else? That's about it for the front. In fact, I am pretty confident that that is a full complete front end rebuild that I've done in like a week, 2 weeks. Yeah, not bad at all. Not bad at all. Yeah, hay fever, lovely. Yeah, quite impressed with that actually. What am I getting the fog lights for this thing? Try and get those from somewhere. See how much they are on eBay. One thing I do want to do with this as well. Put a massive scratch in the headlights, but it doesn't matter if I'm going to change them. But because I want to put projector lens in these. The bi-xenon style. So I've got the up and down projector. I think that'll be a nice upgrade, and it looks like these headlights won't take much to get apart. It's got glue in them, but I've done it before with Peugeot Citroen headlights. We'll see. That's about it. I'm just going around now changing bulbs in the dashboard that have blown over the years and things, although the actual instrument cluster doesn't look so bad, but I have got a nice pack of LEDs which are nice and warm white. I do prefer my warm whites over my my thingy whites, you know, my cold whites, cool whites. So yeah, just going around changing all those. I don't know, it looks like there should be a bulb here somewhere or in the middle here somewhere. Of course that's all dark. It's common as well for that bulb to also fail as well, the one that lights that up, the display. So we'll go around and see what we can do. I do need to have a look and see what bulb does what in this thing. Catch it before it falls. Thankfully they give you long cables on this thing, so you can it's not hard to say, hard to figure out which one's the stoplight. Flashing away a lot. I've gone around and marked all of the lights that come on just with the switch, so I know which ones are just light and not notification sort of LEDs as well. Notification lamps, they're just illumination. But yeah, indicator should work now. Oh, guess not. This side does. Nice bright indicators. Okay. Yeah, it's just got to see which bulb does what. That looks like airbag or power steering. Just got to go around and check them all out. Alright, that'll do for this video. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace out.